Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullah. Today I have with me Jasper Chai. He's my friend. I met him 12 years ago in Fitness First. At that time I just started working there for a few months. After that Jasper came in, but Jasper has been in industry for a few years before he came in. So he came in with experience. So to me, he's a father with 3 kids, Brendan, Kayla and Bella. He's Badan Cantik. He joined a Badan Cantik competition. He still look good like this for 12 years. For 12 years. Yeah. I remember him. He was a very nice guy, very humble, and he's very disciplined. So that's why I chose him to be in my session, Cakap Betul-Betul, with me today. So I pass it to you, Jasper. Do you want to talk a bit about yourself? Just some introduction.
Oh, definitely a privilege to be with my buddy here. So today, I would say that I always love this industry, and knowing Afif has always been the best thing that happened to me. Okay, so how I keep myself here, which we're gonna share after this session.
Yeah. Okay. First, you started skinny, right?
Yep.
You started skinny, but then from the pictures, I see that your chest is really bulging out, and you really got. What percentage of fat are you in now? And usually you keep what percentage?
I keep my off-season percentage fat somewhere around 12 to 15.
12 to 15.
When on stage is somewhere around 5 to 3%.
Okay, so I would like to know, how did you get started? What were your motivation to get started, and how can you be doing it for more than a decade? Yeah. How? Yeah, I just don't know how it is.
So it's definitely not easy, for sure. But the funny thing is, I started off with Rambo and Arnold's movie.
Oh, okay.
It was a 3-kilo dumbbell that my brother brought back. This story carries me so many years. And I started looking at those videos and start to feel good about it. And I was only 52 and feeling low confident, going to school, scrawny and everything, I eat a lot, but it doesn't seem to pack much muscle. Yeah. So start to do some reading. So that was actually like, I think that time subscription fee back in, I'm actually from Sarawak, Kuching. Subscription fee is somewhere around 40 ringgit, and the gym was pretty good, it does the job. From there, I've been adopting to eat like at least about 6 to 7, even 10 meals a day.
10 meals a day?
Yes.
That's crazy, bro.
Yes, I even went up to about 30 eggs a day just to get, I gained about 30 kilo in a year time. 30
eggs, just the white eggs?
Yes.
White.
8 whites and only 2 egg yolks.
2 egg yolks.
But sometimes it's difficult for me to eat, so I'll just blend it and drink it like a juice.
30.
Yeah, so it's not easy going to the gym, pushing the weights, but one thing that kept me going on until now for a decade, like what Afif said, is definitely my passion and my love to weight training. It's like the oxygen for me. So I can't go a day without workout, but of course I have my ups and downs. I've been slacking off for 2 years before. Simply I tried to live like a normal person that goes to 9 to 5 job.
I see.
And actually, I actually got depressed from there.
Oh yeah.
So that's why I went back to my fitness job, and I found back myself, and pushing weight was always what I love to do.
I remember I saw some posts. You said your family, your father, your mother has always been very supportive of your hobbies in your bodybuilding punya hobbies. Is that true? Would you elaborate on that?
Yeah. I'm glad you still remember our conversation, because it's actually quite true. My mom, the story I can share with you was, my mom actually bought me a pair of dumbbells. So one day I wanted to get a protein powder, so I couldn't have the money. So I actually sold the dumbbells just to get my bottle of protein powder. So when my mom found out, she actually scolded me. She said, you could have just asked the money from me. And my mom has always been supportive, definitely, my parents. In the end, she decided to sponsor my gym membership and bought me like trays and trays of eggs and meat and protein, all these things just so I can look bulk and gain more muscle mass. And the funny thing is, most of my mom's friends thought that she's actually into pastries because of the eggs.
I also remember that you said because your parents spotted your passion and you do the same to your kids, right?
Yeah. I try to feed my kids with my protein powder. I'm just kidding.
Okay, so can you tell me a bit more elaborately on your routine or your habits or your mindset? How do you actually get to this? Because it's really grueling. It's hard. I know when the diet is on, it's crazy. How do you manage all that? Yeah.
Well, definitely time management. Nothing is easy. A lot of people take the easy way out nowadays. So my advice is don't do that. Rome is not built in 1 day or 2 days. I mean, all of us know good things take time to grow, and this is what we mean. I took a lot of studies. I'm still learning every single day because I like to learn. I'm still experimenting the fastest way for me to actually reach, and I kind of succeeded. I can go from really big by going on dirty bulk, or I can go really lean on clean bulk. But it's all in the mind. Everything that I put in is all in my mind, and my biggest drive and motivation has always been my family. And striving to look good for my kids is my priority, because my kids' opinion means a lot. It means a lot more than the whole world.
How about the routines and habits? Do you train every day, and what type of routines do you do? And you eat before food, you eat before training, you eat after training, do you eat at night? And what type of food do you eat, and what type of trainings do you use?
Well, I try to work out every day, but of course, because of injuries, I'll stay in, because understand your body needs. If you are injured, you definitely have to sleep at home. Why most people does not achieve their results simply because either you overtrain or you're not having a proper rest or nutrient. I always try to get sufficient rest, even though I'm a father of 3, full-time husband as well. I still cook in the morning to prepare my meal, not because I need to achieve what my body looks like, is because I prefer to let my kids eat proper and healthy food. So it's a plus point for me to actually not having a lot of junk food outside. My training has always been in the morning. It's a regime. I do that simply because it gives me much more energy and feel more positive.
What time do you do your trainings?
It's always about 7 to 9.
2 hours.
7 to 9. You know, on Saturdays, Sundays, I'll just do my light cardio.
About your training, do you do it heavy or 6 to 12 reps or strength, or you mix it up? Or there are so many ways of training out there. For a new person, it gets so much confusing. Do you want to tell what's the best way, or the ones you've experimented and you promote?
I think the key is listen to your body. Don't listen to your body if your body is screaming tiredness, all this thing. So you should probably rest in, or you feel like doing something, you can always go for lighter weight just to get that pump. Hydrate yourself more is the key for growing, definitely.
Okay, dulu kita fitness first dulu kan. You can remember all of us considered good looking dulu.
Yes, of course.
Sebab it's part of the industry. People.
This guy is Vin Diesel, man. Vin Diesel.
people ni suka yang sensor yang cun-cun kan, yang perempuan pun cun, yang lelaki pun yang sensor kan. I wasn't bad myself both 12 years ago. But now Jasper in his now what age are you? 35?
I'm 35.
35?
I'm 35.
But he is tall and he's very lean, and he's considered a Badan Cantik athlete. Okay, so I have moved myself to the cuddly and adorable category, but Jasper
very
is
secure.
Jasper is still in that category. Handsome, tinggi semua kan. So I just want to know, okay, being good looking or attractive, why is well, how do you feel? How do you feel more confident, or you get so much more attraction? I mean, people come to you, say hello, girls come to you, say hello, or they write messages towards you. Do you tell us about the whole experience being a guy with fit body and very presentable image?
For me, I mean, first of all, thank you for the compliment. Okay, definitely happy with that. And this guy has been diesel. Okay, so my comments is yes, I never seek for any attention.
Yeah.
So I'm always honest of what I'm doing, because I think honesty shows more confidence. Why I say that is because when a person try to hide, they'll look very different. When a person try to act, people can actually see. So when I walk around with my wife, I do get compliments that some people just pass by, just give us a kind compliment, saying, "Oh, you have a beautiful family here," and stuff like that. So it's not always about me.
Yeah, your wife is so
Yes,
beautiful, Nicole.
Yeah, my beautiful wife.
Looks so young.
Yeah, she gave me three beautiful kids.
Yeah.
So I was lucky. I was lucky to meet her, and she gave me 3 beautiful kids, and I'm still blessed until today. We have been married for about 15 years. And,
great. Time flies. Huh?
Yeah, it was time flies. So I met this guy like way past a long time ago, and with my first son. So yeah, I mean that goes back to what he asked me. Yeah, I do get approaches, but I will just kindly decline if there's any flirts or whatever going on.
Okay lah. I guess it's just about how you manage it lah, kan.
Yes.
So tak ada no problems apa lah. So lastly, I understand that you into coaching, right? You do personal coaching?
Yes. I do more to personal development in terms of mental, in terms of movements, because those are the key elements to actually engage with your muscle, especially your neuron and your muscles have to connect when you push or you pull. So this is one thing that I learned, that most of us, when you go to gym, it's like today is chest day, I just go chest day, but 1 year later my chest still looks flat.
Why is that?
It's because we're not connecting with our muscles when we start.
So how do you know that you are already connecting when it's you can feel it, or how is it? How do you know?
Definitely our nerves and our I mean, all these are interconnected. But what I'm saying is you should do more dynamic stretch, means high reps. No high reps to get the flow going on. So always concentrate on how your form's supposed to move and where your muscle's supposed to contract, and that actually connects it here. So it's not always about heavyweight, but on the days that you really feel good, you got the energy, sure, go and do heavyweights, but remember to connect here, all this part together. And that's how I actually bring my clients into a much more nearer to their goal in a shorter time.
Great. Okay, it's near the end of our session. Do you have anything to tell the audience, any advices or anything? Do you have any services, whatever, that people can connect with you and ask sort for your specialist services?
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's a privilege to be in this show with Afif. Definitely not just given that we're friends or anything, but I got a lot of respect for this guy. Perseverance is always there for him. But I think my biggest take back when I got from this fitness industry is don't do things the short period way with the long period way. Then you find yourself getting the proper results. And if you want to learn more about more motivation and training tips, I won't say that I'm providing any service. I'm more than happy to share. My Instagram is Alpha Wolf Jasper. You can see a lot of myself posting some exercises. Sometimes I give some motivational talk because I felt it's very necessary. Because some of us outside there, we are quiet, we're silent, just because we couldn't reach out and ask for that motivation. So I felt it's very important for me to actually try to reach out to those people and actually make a positive vibes and positive effect to their life, like this guy.
Okay, all right. So we end our session today. I would like to say thank you so much, Jasper, for your time and for your knowledge. I'll wish you all the best and see you soon.
Yes, but I good.